Now we'll see experiment number 11 of microprocessor of sorting the array in ascending or in a descending order. We know that for sorting purpose we need to compare elements with each other. In the experiment which is related to finding smallest and largest number from given array, we have compared that first element or the element which is stored in AL register with all the elements, and we have compared that element to find which element in the array is smaller, and the element which is smallest one is stored in AL register. Now here we have to find largest element from given set of elements from given elements, and we have to repeat that process for n minus 1 times in order to find that array in a sorted form. We will use here bubble sort algorithm for sorting purpose. So we have to implement bubble sort in assembly language programming. Instruction that we will use here are CMP instruction for comparison purpose, loop to repeat block of to repeat the instruction which are written inside the block. To repeat that block we have to use loop instruction. Move instruction to transfer data from source to destination. Also we have to exchange the position of elements, so we have to use exchange instruction XCHG. Which flags we will concentrate? We will concentrate on zero flag, sign flag or carry flag. Okay, so for ascending order sorting, the elements which will be in a sorted form, that elements will be represented in ascending order, means smaller element will be come first, then the larger element come, that will be in ascending order. And this for descending order, larger element comes first and then the element which is smaller than that element. So how this sorting will happen, just let me introduce, or let me give you just example of bubble sort which you already studied in the previous semester. But for this experiment we have to just get an idea, we just need an idea of bubble sorting algorithm. So here it is bubble sort algorithm. If we have 4 elements, then we have 3 iteration, and for 3 iteration we will have 3 comparisons for each iteration. And for comparison purpose we need to start comparison from first index, that is 0th index, starting index, to the last index of the given array. And we have to compare current element with the next element. And for ascending order purpose, if current element is less than next element, then no need to exchange or no need to change their positions. If the current element is greater than the next element, then we have to exchange their position with each other. And now the next element from the previous comparison is compared with its next element from the given array, and again comparison will take place as current element should be less than next element. If it is there, then no need to exchange their position, and if it is not there, then we have to exchange their position with each other. So we have to repeat this particular exchanging and comparison process from starting to end up to how many times? N minus 1 times. Okay, n minus 1 times we will start from starting position and we compare current element with next, and this process will give you an array in sorted form in the last iteration after the last pass. So as you can see, in the first iteration 12 is compared with 5. In the given example 12 is compared with 5, 12 is greater than 5, not allowed, so exchange. 5 will come first and then 12. Then 12 is compared with 6, 6 comes first and then 12, so exchange will happen. So 5, 6, 12, and then 12 is compared with 9, so 9 comes first and then 12, so 5, 6, 9, 12. In the second iteration, again we'll start from the first index, that is first element in the given array, to the last element. Actually we have found last element at its proper position, so we will compare up to the second last position. So again 5 will compare with 6, no change. 6 is compared with 9, no change. And for the last iteration we have just one comparison, 5 is compared with 6, but no change in their position. So as you can observe, in the first iteration last element get its proper position, in the second iteration second last element get its proper position, in the third iteration third last element getting its position. So as we know that if n minus 1 elements are getting their proper positions, then last element, that is one element which is remain, will get its position, because n minus 1 remaining elements are getting their proper positions. Okay, so as you can see, there are two loops required for bubble sort. One is outer loop, one is inner loop. Inner loop will execute fully for every one iteration of outer loop. So outer loop will execute n minus 1 time. For every execution of outer loop, inner loop will get execute n minus 1 time. So total number of iterations are required are n square. N minus 1 into n minus 1, that is n square. Yes. So n minus 1 comparisons are required for each iteration, and there are n minus 1 iteration. So how many comparisons require? N square comparisons are required. Okay, n minus 1 comparison for each iteration of the loop, each pass of the loop. Okay, then algorithm to sort array in ascending order. As we know, there are two loops required. We require two loops. So we have bx register for outer loop counter and cx register for inner loop counter. Okay, we have array as a 4 6 3 8. Then for outer loop we have bx as a loop counter. So inner loop will start from starting position, and we have to compare n minus 1. We have to perform n minus 1 comparison. So there are 4 elements, so cx is set to 3, and n minus 1 iteration of the outer loop, so bx will be set to 3. Okay, then si is set to starting address of the array, that is num. Then we have to start in inner loop, that is compare first element with next element, that is si with si plus 1. So we cannot compare it directly, so we have to transfer si content store at the address pointed by si to al, and then al is compared with si plus 1. Now next step is very very important: comparison. After comparison, result of comparison, there are three status of the result of comparison instruction, cmp instruction. What are they? If though both operands are equal, then zero flag will be set. If destination is greater than source, then no flag will get affected. If destination is less than source, if destination is less than, means first operand is less than second operand, then carry flag and sign flag will be set. SF equal to 1, CF equal to 1 when first operand is less than second operand. Now we are comparing AL with SI plus 1 content. Okay, content stored at the address of SI plus 1. So what we need, we want ascending order, so AL should be less than SI plus 1. So what we are concentrating, what we are focusing on carry flag or sign flag. If carry flag is equal to 1, no need to exchange those elements, no need to exchange the position of those elements. If carry flag is not set, means current element is greater than next element, then we have to exchange their position. So there are two blocks. One block no exchange, only need to increment SI, means need to point to the next element and compare with its next element. And one block is for exchanging those elements, as there is no ascending order of the elements, so we have to exchange their positions. So as you can see, step number 8, if carry flag is 0, then go to step number 12. What is that step? Step number 12 is for exchanging those elements with each other and increment SI, decrement Cx by 1. If Cx is not 0, then go to step number what? 6. And if carry flag is set, which is our required condition, then only need to increment SI, just decrement Cx, and Cx is not 0, then go to step number 6 again. So this, after execution of the inner loop, when inner loop get fully executed, that is Cx is equal to 0, one pass of outer loop will get completed. One pass of outer loop get completed. So to execute next pass of the outer loop, we have to decrement bx by 1, and if bx is not 0, then execute second pass of the outer loop. You can see, if Cx is 0, then decrement bx by 1, and if bx is not 0, then go to step number 4. Step number 4 means what? Again execution of the inner loop for second time. Again start execution of inner loop for second pass of the outer loop. How we can start inner loop? We have to set again Cx value 3. We have to set Si at the starting address of the given array, and then again compare current element with next, current element with next, current element with next, so that we will get array in the sorted form after completion of all the execution, all the iterations, all the pass of outer loop. You can see step number 4 is outer loop, and step number 3, from step number 3 outer loop gets started. Okay, outer loop gets started, and after total execution of inner loop, we have to set bx, we have to decrement bx by 1, and if bx is not 0, then again fully execute inner loop for next iteration of the outer loop. Okay, so by verbal, you can by observation, you can get status of the array after each pass. After first pass, what will be the state? As you can see, 4 is 4 6, no change. 6 3 change, 4 3 4 3 6 8, 4 3 6 8, that will be the state after first pass. Then 3 4 6 8, that will be the status after second pass, and then again 3 4 6 8, that will be the status after third pass. As you can see the algorithm here from previous this is the program from previous algorithm, sorry. T1 block is the starting of the outer loop, execution of the outer loop, and T2 and T2 block is for without exchanging those elements, just need to increment Si because current element is less than next element. T3 block is current element is greater than next element, so we have to exchange. We have used exchange instruction, XCHG instruction, so that for in the first exchange Si plus 1 will store the value of Al. Actually Al is containing value of Si, so Si plus 1 is having a value of Si, and in the second iteration XCHG Al comma Si, in the previous exchange Al is having Si plus 1 content, so after in the second exchange Si will have Si plus 1 content. So exchange of Si and Si plus 1 will happen by using two exchange instruction. Okay, after completion of T2 or after completion of T3, either of them, after completely execution of inner block, when Cx is 0, you can see when JZ means zero loop, zero flag is set. If Cx is 0, then jump T4. In the T2 block you can observe jump T4, and here in the T3 also when Cx is 0, then you can go to T4 block. And what is the T4 block? Decrement Bx by 1 and go to T1. What is that T1? Means next iteration of the outer loop. This is the program 12358, and after execution of this program you can see the data segment 35358C. C means 12. Okay, for descending order, what we have to assume? We have to assume current element should be greater than next element. So what about the carry flag? If current element is in Al and next element is Si plus 1, what will be the carry flag status? No carry flag should be there. If there is no carry flag, if there is carry flag value is 0, carry flag will not get set. If there is no carry flag, if carry flag is equal to 0, no exchange. And if carry flag is equal to 1, if carry flag is get set, if carry flag got set, if carry flag got the value 1, then current element is less than next element, that is not required, so we have to exchange those elements. So we need to just modify one instruction. In the previous program we have set JNC, and here we set JC. If carry flag occur, then we have to exchange. In the previous program, if carry flag not occur, then we have to exchange. Okay, this is the change that you should observe. You have output. After descending order sorting, we got this data segment as 12 8 5 3. In the ascending order we got 3 5 8 12. Okay, here are some examples asked. If data segment is as means array elements are 12 7 25 18 2, so in the first pass 12 is compared with 7, 7 will come first, then 12 will be compared with 25, no change, 12 will be as it is. 25 compared with 18, 18 comes first, then 25 compared with 2, 2 comes first. Then in the second pass 7 again from start, 7 compared with 12, no change, 12 compared with 18, no change, 18 compared with 2, change, 2 comes first, then 18, then 7 compared with 12, 7 comes first, 12 compared with 2, 2 comes first, 12 compared with 18, no change, and further no need to just check. Then 7 compared with 2, 2 comes first, and then 7. In the descending order, 12 compared with 7, no change, 7 compared with 25, change, 25 comes first, then 7 compared with 18, change, 18 comes first, then 7 compared with 2, 7 comes first. Okay, Then 12 compare with 25, 25 comes first. 12 compare with 18, 18 comes first. 12 compare with 7, no change. So here in the second pass we have got a descending order sorted array. Okay. Practical related question. Which instruction is used to exchange content with each other, or what is the use of exchange instruction? Exchange instruction is used to exchange the content of source with destination. So one example is also I have written AL is 23, BL is 34, and after exchange instruction XCHG AL comma BL, AL will be 34 and BL will be 23. Which sorting algorithm we use here to sort given array? Bubble sort algorithm is we are using to sort given array. Again, some practical observations are asked. Suppose given array is 7, 2, 9, 10, 6. You can observe very simple. 7 compare with 2, 2 comes first. 7 compare with 9, 7 comes first. 9 compare with 10, 9 comes first. 10 compare with 6, 6 comes first. 10 is having its proper position. 2 compare with 7, 2 comes first. 7 compare with 9, 7 comes first. 9 compare with 6, 6 comes first. And 9, obviously 10 is got its place. Then here 9 is got its place. 2 compare with 7, 2 comes first. 7 compare with 6, 6 comes first. 7 compare with 9, 7 comes first. Now here we got our sorted array. No need to for further passes. You can observe those. For descending order, 7 compare with 2, no change. 2 compare with 9, yes, change, 9 comes first. 2 compare with 10, 10 comes first, as you can see. And then 9 compare with 6, 9 comes first. As you can see, 7 compare with 2, 7 comes first. 2 compare with 9, 9 comes first. 2 compare with 10, 10 comes first. Okay. And then 2 compare with 6, 6 comes first. Okay, here you can observe. Then 7 compare with 9, 9 comes first. 7 compare with 10, 10 comes first. Then 9 compare with, then 7 compare with 6, 7 comes first, and then no need to compare 6 and 2. Here 9 compare with 10, 10 comes first. 9 compare with 7, 9 comes first. Now in this third pass we have got our sorted array. Okay, just repeatedly I will repeat once again. 7 for descending order, 7 compare with 2, no change, 7 will be as it is. 2 compare with 9, 9 comes first. 2 compare with 10, 10 comes first. 2 compare with 6, 6 comes first. Okay. 7 compare with 9, 9 comes first. 7 compare with 10, 10 comes first. 7 compare with 6, 7 comes first, as you can observe. Okay. Then 9 compare with 10, 10 comes first. 9 compare with 7, 9 comes first. 7 compare with 6, 7 comes first. So I hope you understood this particular experiment of sorting.